Hello everyone. Today we'll be discussing about the Windows applications which are being used in C#. Okay, it's the most important one aspect where you are able to learn about how to design the forms in the C# language. Okay, so let's check out. It's a smart kind. It's a component which is related to a customer. Okay, he can design, he can use the particular software, and then he can send a message to the other end, like that. Many things are there where the data is being stored in the database. Those things happens in the Windows applications. Okay, so let's check out with the basics. Mainly it's an application which runs on the PC. It is mainly set to be launched by the Visual Studio software. Okay, mainly it consists of its own libraries which help out in reading and writing the files. Okay, and the visual software, it is said to be able to display the various applications, the controls on the screen. Okay, the controls, you can say users actions. It may be a, you can click a mouse, you can press the key or something. That interface, it will interact with the system and it will display a message, like that. It is said to be a Windows application. When the user is said to be interacting with the system, he is said to be giving some input and he is said to be getting reply with the output which is being designed in the back end. Okay, so in the interface, the front end is said to be a visual image which is said to be run in front of you. Okay, mainly that graphical interface, it is called as the graphical user interface. That graphical user interface consists of the menus. It has the text which is of different colors and sizes which is being displayed, and the controls which are there which is being displayed in front of them. Like it may be the pictures, it may be the buttons which are there which is being displayed in on the screen. Okay, so the mainly the Windows application, it is said to be using an interface, or it is said to be using an namespace called as system.windows.forms. Okay, it is said to be using a namespace called system.windows.forms when it is said to be designed, and it has its own class name, it has its own derived class, base class, and the public form representation within the program. Okay, it inherits mainly the basis of the main form, your derived class. Okay, so the Windows application, you can even use the text which provides the help in writing the various title onto the screen, and name it is said to be given to your particular file. I can give a name for my control, I can give a name where I am said to be locating. That information can be controlled through the help of giving a name for that particular thing. Okay, you can see a labeling part. Labeling part is nothing but, okay, I am the user who becomes the label, and user, in the user phase which is said to be the label, the whatever username is being specified, that becomes the text in the format. So Windows Forms, it has its own colors and it has its own properties which are being designed. So properties, it may be a text can be designed. I can write the text, I can give the color to the font. Okay, and I can give a location for the file from where I can browse the file, and I can use it on the Windows form. I can change the size of that particular form. Everything can be done within the Windows forms. Since it's a Windows application, you can do many changes within the forms. Okay, the main execution method, your main program, it is said to be beginning with a program.cs. Already it will be there and it will be fixed and it will be shown in front of you, where you can change the particular program name and you can give your own program name. And run method, as you do for other things, it is the same thing as you run the console application. It is the same way in the Windows form application also. You have to just click the start button which is there on the screen. Okay, this is a small like a code which will be designed in the Windows forms. You have the using system windows.forms, namespace Windows. Okay, and public class form, this is your base class form which is being derived into your particular form. Okay, and this consists of a form which is said to be having its own initialized component, and it is said to be displaying just a simple Windows application message on the screen when you use it within the form. Otherwise, if you are designing something else, you are said to be just leaving here blank and you are said to be designing in the other part. Okay, how to design everything I will be teaching you in the future sessions. What to write, how to design, what is said to be implemented within the programmatic concept, whole form, how it is said to be designed, how to use the text boxes, how to use the labels, how to use the buttons, how to use the images, pictures on the screen. Everything I'll be teaching in the future sessions. Okay, so this is your Windows application. This is how it will be displayed onto the screen. Since you are displaying the text onto the title bar, you can check out here. The title bar has the text, Windows form, what you want to display. Here in the beginning, here in the code, what has specified is, here you have the base class, okay, namespace is there, then you have the constructor here, and sets the title bar. Whatever you write here, it will be placed onto the title bar. So initialize component, when you are initializing in the beginning, you want to give us something on to the text box, you just write the text is equal to simple windows dot application, that it will be displayed on the screen. So here in the title bar, we can check out the text which is being displayed is simple windows application, which is output generated, and you will be designed with certain form here. Okay, and mainly the elements of a good design, mainly why do you design it, is for human interaction. Okay, human interact with the system, when the design is said to be very good, then the human's tendency is to get attracted towards that particular graphical user interface. So that is the importance one. So when you are designing something, you have to design in such a way the user gets interacted towards it. And the design consideration, when you are said to be designing something, it should be maintaining the consistency. Whatever I design in the beginning, in flow also, in the other forms also, that consistency it should be maintained. Alignment is nothing but after one form another form should get connected, and when you are designing something, okay, each one it should be following certain steps when they are said to be doing the things. Okay, and avoid clutter is nothing but it shouldn't be having any mistakes or like too many changes within the particular design. It should be enough normal way, it should flow the design, and the color context, it should be such that the user, he has to get interacted towards that particular design. Okay, and target audience is nothing but it is said to be you are designing for the people. So people, they want a good software, good design for themselves. So it is important that you design it in such a way that the people get attracted towards it. Okay, this is the basics how you create an Windows application. How do you create is, you have to just go to, in the beginning you start your application, you all know how you have started already the console application. Here also you start the same way, you create a new project. In that creation, you will be met with these things in front of you. So in the beginning you have Windows application, everything it will be listed in front of you, console application, everything. You have to choose the Windows application and the Visual C#, and here you may give the console name, or you may not give, as it is you can take it, and wherever you want to save it. If you want to save it in D drive, you save it. If you want to save it in C drive, you can save it, and just use the OK button. Okay, after that you will be displayed with a screen like this. You can check out with this screen, you have a solution explorer. Okay, here in the left side you will be displayed with the tool, in the left side you will be displayed with a toolbar. Here you have the solution explorer, where it will help you out in getting the various properties of that particular form. Okay, and here you have the design window which is being given, and properties window is there. Your this is your main screen window, which will be there on the screen like this. This is the main thing. When you open the form, it will be displayed in front of you, front like this. If you want to write a code, you have to just click on this particular form, then you will be displayed with certain code in the beginning. Afterwards, when the form 1 comes, you have to write in that particular coding context whatever you want to design. Based on that aspect, you are set to be writing the code. Okay, so this is the design and applications of the form. So the Windows form application, it will be having the toolbox. On the left side you have the properties window which is hidden, and the solution explorer which will help you out in displaying the properties of the form. Okay, like this you have to design within the things, and you have to run the application, you have to design, and then you have to build the application. That is the main thing. You have the same steps are being followed how you design a console application here also in the Windows application, but here you use the concept of labeling, using the combo box, text box, control boxes, check boxes, everything you will be using in the form design, which is the important one for you in the project aspect, where you will be designing the form for generating something, whatever you design, you may store it onto the database. Everything it is said to be helpful. But main thing of the Windows form is to make it a clear aspect that it will be designed in a such a way that the user should get interacted towards. Okay, so this is the properties of your Windows forms, and other things, control box, labels, everything I will be teaching in the next session. Okay.